everyone, it is Skyla. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, you guys will see this video tomorrow as I'm filming this the night before because I'm busy tomorrow night, so that's why. But this will be uploaded tomorrow, so enough of this. Obviously I'm doing two separate lists, but on the end of the next list I'm going to change it up a little bit for next week, so yeah. Hopefully we should be back to Thursday schedule, but we'll see how things go. So yeah, we are doing my top 10. I usually pick an actor and an actress, so it's two separate lists. So we're going with the actress first. So this is my top 10 favourite Faye Dunnaway movies. Somebody has asked me to do this before, like a long time ago, and I haven't had a chance to do it, so we're getting it done this week. So yeah, because obviously my friend Andre has recommended me some movies, so it's gonna, obviously we are gonna go back live, but it's gonna take a little bit of a while, so that's why I'm doing these sitting down first. So yeah, I've got my decaffeinated coffee with a bit of cinnamon on top. So let's get into this. I'm just going to go through this quickly because I ain't got much time anyway, so that's why I'm filming it now. And yeah, and you might have your ideas why I like these films. So yeah, here we go. Let's start with number 10, and Barfly from 1987. Yeah, so I'm starting off strong. A good, decent Faye Dunnaway movie. Not one of my favourites, but not one of my worst movies I've heard. So yeah. So number 9, The Towering Inferno from 1974. An absolute classic. But the only reason why it's so far on my list is because I have other movies that are better. Yes. So number 8, Double Edge from 1992. I was finding it difficult to include a movie from the 90s, and so at least there's like 3 decades on this. So yeah, and this was the only one that's come to mind that I've seen and I like, and it's pretty decent. So number 7 is from 1987. Oh, my nose, excuse me, my nose is not the best. Allergy season and all that jazz. So I picked this movie from 1987. It's called Evita Peron, and you might know what this is about, so yeah. So leaving that to you guys. But number 6 I'm going to talk a little bit about because oh my god, like, I've never really seen Faye Dunnaway play a villain, and she plays this villain so campy, so funny, so incredible in my eyes. We're going to 1984 and Supergirl. Yes, Faye Dunnaway plays a villain, and Helen Slater is the, like, obviously she's Supergirl. You know the premise, like a bit like Superman. Very campy, but I love it. I've always loved this movie since a kid, and people hate on me because I love this movie. And Faye Dunnaway plays like she's like the evil, like, version of Lex Luthor, but like a female version, but she plays it so well. If you've not seen the movie, go and watch it just for Faye Dunnaway's part. It's brilliant. That's why I love it so much. And I know I'm gonna get hate for liking Supergirl, but I don't care. I really don't care. I like Supergirl. So number 5 is from 1979, and you will recognise this movie because you do know I do like boxing movies. And nothing to do with anybody else or whatever. I do like boxing movies, and I did watch this film growing up, so it does resonate a little bit of a memory for me. We used to have it on the TV a lot. I don't know when. Just trying to think. I think during towards Christmas, like November, this film would come on our TV screens, and I used to watch it on Sky Movies and Turner Classic Movies a lot. So if you know those channels, then yeah, I'm on about The Champ from 1979. So number 4. If you know me and you know me well, besides horror movies, I love gangster movies. And this movie comes to mind, to me, as one of my favourites from 1967. And yes, Faye Dunnaway is amazing in this movie. And if you don't know, you don't know. If you've heard the stories of Bonnie and Clyde, then yes, that's the title of this movie. I know there's quite a few adaptations, like different versions of this, but this is one of my favourite versions with Faye Dunnaway from 1967. And you know the story, you know the backstory behind it. I don't even have to go into it. I just love the movie, and I just love how Faye Dunnaway plays Bonnie, whatever. So we're getting on to the top 3, and I think I know from, if you're getting this far and you're almost 7 minutes in, I think you kind of know what my favourite Faye Dunnaway movie is, and I know Andre does, so let's get back into the list. Number 3 is from 1981, and it's Mommy Dearest. Oh my word. Like, I just say that. Oh my word. I do love this movie, and I love it so much. If you know, you know. And I'm glad they casted Faye Dunnaway as the character that she is in this. Just so you know. And yes, I've seen these movies, so don't fucking hit me and go, what are they about, blah blah blah. When we do these top 10 lists, you don't go in depth for what they're about. You just say why you like them and whatever. That's how this works. Because I know people have been hating on me, but if you want to go into detail, you can do. So number 2, alongside Jack Nicholson, is a movie from 1974. Yeah. So this is another movie that came out in 1974 that Faye Dunnaway did. It is, of course, I love this movie, Chinatown. I know. You're like, Chinatown, why have you got this on? Because most of my favourite movies of all time were from the 70s. I love the movies from the 70s. That's my decade favourite. If we talk about a decade of movies, I couldn't do a top 10 list on it because I love that many movies from the 1970s. Chinatown is one of them. Tower and Inferno is another. The Champ's another. If you going back from last week's list, The Wicker Man, 70s. Because obviously my favourite movie of all time is from 1978. So, yeah. So you understand what, and you'll learn from my top 10 lists. I do like a lot of 70s movies. So bear that in mind. So, number 1. We are at the top of the shop for my favourite Faye Dunnaway movies. You know I love my horror. You know I love unusual horrors. And this has a giallo feel to it. But it isn't a giallo, if that makes sense. My nose is dripping. If you know, that's my landlord's scooter. So that's what you can hear come past on my videos. You'll hear that a lot. So my number 1 is from 1978. the year of my favourite movie came out. So yes, this will probably be on next week's list as well. You'll tell you more about it. And it is, of course, The Eyes of Laura Mars. So, if you don't know the story, you don't know the premise, I have reviewed this movie twice now on my channel. Twice. I talk about this movie a lot. It is one of my favourite movies of all time. I love the premise behind the story, where she's a photographer and she takes pictures, and how she takes the pictures. And that's all I'm going to get into, because if you've seen my reviews on this film, I've done an in-depth review, I've just done a short review. This has to be one of my favourite movies of all freaking time, and I will be revisiting it soon, because I love the movie so much and I want Sai to watch it. So this will be a film one night that I will get to watch with him, and I need for him to watch it because it's one of my favourite movies. So yeah, so let's quickly run down my favourite Faye Dunnaway movies. 10, Barfly from 1987. 9, The Towering Inferno from 1974. 8, Double Edge from 1992. 7, Evita Peron from 1987. 6, Supergirl from 1984. 5, The Champ from 1979. 4, Bonnie and Clyde from 1967. 3, Mommy Dearest from 1981. 2, Chinatown from 1974. And of course, number 1, The Eyes of Laura Mars from 1978. Hope you've enjoyed this section of my top 10. I'm going to be back with the other half very shortly. So yeah, but you'll see this tomorrow. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, turn that notification bell on, you'll get a brand new video from me very, very soon. So stay good, have unpleasant dreams, and I will see you all soon. Ciao, ciao.